What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lord Third here today with my first intro, first video, and first appearance. For real, I mean, shoot, it's my first time popping out on my channel. I'm a music creator, content. Look at me already beatboxing this shit. Content creator. We ain't even gonna cut it. We just gonna run it. All right. I be having trouble sometimes talking, so bear with me. But anyway, I got some videos I want to do some reactions to. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so for the first reaction, we have Gideon and Jayoma. Talk about disaster. Alright, I woke up, I seen this, I was like, what the heck, man? If y'all don't know who Jayoma is, man, look him up real quick. All I'm saying is, if you see this guy and he's on the other side defending whoever you're going against, buddy, it's raps. You're done for. I mean, money speaks at this point. Like, I really don't get it. It's just this guy right here is, I don't even know what he does his job for. Is it money? What are lawyers supposed to be at this point? But let's get into it.
With all of this evidence stacking against David, there's no way you're going to try to get the best plea deal for him.
That we're fighting this, and that's how I always attack my cases, and that's why I get the results that I get.
The prosecutors are alleging that their sexual relationship started when she was 13.
Those are just allegations. This girl came after him to attack him, so from what I'm seeing, it looks like he is a victim of success.
What about
Sheesh, got me already about to pause the video, talk crazy.
Are they really, my client?
How is her body found in his car?
You can give somebody else access to the car.
What about him ordering the Uber to his house, her being there?
Is that illegal to order an Uber?
I
don't see that. I don't see that in the criminal code anywhere. No matter where I'm at with my client's cases, even if you're found guilty, there's still ways out of it.
This is about to get wicked,
I'm
man.
gonna show you guys how good a defense lawyer Jayoma is before we interview him.
Jayoma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
I mean, you gave me probation on my criminal case.
All right. And what were you charged with?
Aggravated assault with deadly weapon.
And how much prison time are you looking at?
20 years.
Okay. And did this case go to trial?
Yes, it did.
And during that trial, did the prosecutor show a video of you shooting somebody 3 times?
Yep, it did. Shot him 2 times in the stomach, 1 in the arm.
He shot him, and he got it on video doing it. This is insane.
The prosecutor had a video of this man shooting somebody 3
times. That's what I'm saying. What?
His testimony. They had a video of him doing this. Now listen to the rest.
And were you found guilty on this case?
Yes.
All right. And now during the punishment phase of your case, did I remain fighting for you?
Yes, you did.
That's Jayoma, man.
While I was fighting for you, how much time was the prosecutor asking this jury to give you?
20.
All right.
20 years.
20 years in prison, right?
Yep.
And after my arguments, what was the result of me convincing that jury to give you as a punishment?
Probation.
All right. And are you happy with the results?
Yeah.
All right. And just to put it together, you got probation for shooting somebody 3 times on camera, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And is there anything else you want to add?
I mean,
the prosecutors wanted to give
dirty
him 20
work.
years. Jayoma convinced the jury to only give him probation. Going from 20 years to probation on camera. Y'all know how crazy that is? And the crazy thing about it,
Dirty
was not
work.
self-defense. Nope, it was not. They had an argument, but it was not self-defense. I asked. It was not. It was not.
That makes it even worse.
He would have been found guilty. I know everybody in the chat saying that's weird. Like, y'all, I had your guys' same opinion. I was like, bro, defense lawyers are the biggest scumbags on the earth and stuff. But when I had 6 months over my head, I realized, like, you hate lawyers until you need one. I pray that none of y'all are in a situation to where you ever need a defense lawyer. But if you do find yourself in a position where you need a defense lawyer, you're going to try to get the best one you can ever
possibly
get to fight for you.
Right.
And just so you guys don't think I'm lying.
Who's your favorite lawyer?
So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, shoot, man, these lawyers be going to school, and it's like, do y'all just take any cases? Like, I'm not really sure how it works. Like, do y'all get out and be like,
man, like, I need some money right now, and I could definitely go work for this guy that should be going to jail right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I just don't understand.
Jayoma, welcome to the show.
What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on?
How long have you been a criminal defense lawyer?
Probably about 8 years, 7 years right now.
And have you been following the David case?
A little bit. I actually saw a little bit of it last night. There's more evidence that I believe that they're finding on his phone. It's one of those investigations that keep going, and you let it happen, right? And then that's when I step in and start doing my work.
He has the criminal defense lawyer, Blair, but she represented Harvey Weinstein during his case and everything. My question is, with the evidence that the prosecutors have against him, where they have sexual messages and sexual photos exchanged between the two, which would obviously be CSAM. They also have against him being the last person to be in contact because she was Ubered from her home over to him, and then after that she was not seen alive. They also see in his transactions where he bought 2 chainsaws, an incinerator, bought shovels, and he also bought a blue inflatable pool where the fragment from the inflatable pool that he purchased also matches on her body. They also have other CSAM. They said they found a significant amount of CSAM on his phone. All of these things stacking up against David. How do you possibly think that the defense is going to plead his innocence of not murdering her? Do you think they're going to concede and say, hey, he did have a sexual relationship with her? What do you think they're going to concede on, or do you think they're going to try to fight everything full force?
I'll fight everything. I'm going to be one of those attorneys where I don't care what allegations that they have against my client. I'm always going to fight it.
Crazy work. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is crazy work. Like, why? Why are you going to fight this?
No matter how bad shit gets, you know?
So you wouldn't even concede with because they have him on child abuse, like having a sexual relationship with a minor. So you wouldn't even concede that point if you were his lawyer.
No.
Smiling.
I would not concede to that. I'm fighting everything.
Okay, how would you get him off of that?
Well, number one, having plead not guilty on this case. Demand any and all evidence that the prosecutors might have against them. The cops did their investigation. All it takes is for me to find out, how did the cops get to that? What is the process that they got to it? And if they got to it illegally, that's when I can start doing my work, and I can start attacking everything that the cops got on them. It's just one of those things where you just got to keep fighting no matter where it's at.
So you would try to discredit and get some of this evidence thrown out. What is the first bit of evidence out of all the things I said that the prosecutor has on him? Because it doesn't look like they're waiving his right to a speedy trial. It sounded like his lawyer's like, let's take it to trial. What is the first bit of evidence that you were wanting to attack?
Any relationship that he had that it's not sexual. Allegedly, they're saying that it's sexual, right? I'm going to attack that. And then I'm going to attack the motive that the prosecutors are trying to allege that he had.
So let me let you know about the motive. So the motive is they said that they have the text messages between where it seems that Celeste was jealous of David being in relationships with other women. And they said that Celeste texted him that she was going to destroy his career. And coincidentally, when she texted him that, it was about 2 or 3 days before his album was supposed to be released, where they're saying that the motive was for financial gain to keep his career intact.
I mean, that sounds like a motive, but that's just...
What y'all think? Y'all think it was for financial gain? Like, or this was like a little bit deeper, like on some weird Hollywood sacrifice stuff? Like, I don't even know what to believe anymore at this point. He's over here just smiling and having a good old time about this conversation. Like,
it's the state's motive or the prosecutor's motive. Whatever motive they have, I'm gonna attack that, because what I'm going to be looking at is the girl probably has motive to make shit up. The girl probably has motive to utilize her position in his life to capitalize on somebody who's up and coming. We see that in Shannon Sharp, who was a victim. What was that girl that took a lot of money from him? You know, when people become a public figure, just like you and I, athletes, singers, even actors, that it opens up an opportunity for them to like have a gun to their head to say, get me this Rolls Royce, get me this Rolex. If you don't get it to me, there's gonna be consequences, and you know what those consequences are gonna be.
I mean, motives like that. I mean, like it was more so like, David, you mess with underage girls, I'm gonna tell on you. And he knew what time it was.
And so anybody can be put in that position, even you. And it's unfortunate that I believe David has to go through this at this point in his career, because he's up and coming. I do like some of his songs, and it's an opportunity
if you still bumping his music, find the closest trash can, put it in there with a bunch of gasoline, and set it on fire. It's crazy. That's another crazy thing. Like, music nowadays, it's like he literally is confessing in the music, like he did all this stuff and he was premeditating all this murder and all this, and people like idolize this now.
And when people do have an opportunity, they often get taken advantage of. So my job as a criminal defense attorney is to point that out, right? That, you know, my client's the victim.
So you think his defense is going to try to paint the picture of David being the victim of the situation, with him having the fame and status? You think that's the route, or that's the route you would take if he was your client?
I have to speak to him. So whenever I do my consultations with my clients, my strategies change based on that, and it's based on reality as well. So right now, me and you, we don't know, because we haven't spoken to David. If I spoke to David, you know, and he contacted me, then maybe it'll be a different story, right? From what I'm seeing, it looks like he is a victim of success. People came after him, and possibly, quite possibly, this girl came after him to attack him. So I don't know what's going on with the, you know, what happens in real life. All I can see is the allegations, just like how you can see the allegations, and they sound bad. And a lot of my clients' cases, the allegations are very, very bad. And you know the type of cases I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just showed my chat that you got a dude who shot somebody 3 times on camera.
Look at him.
They caught him on camera, and
he know he did it.
Self-defense, did you?
You have to have been there. I post my trials like on my feed, on my story.
You got
like,
someone that shot somebody 3 times off with just probation when the state was trying to give him 20 years.
And I didn't add in my video that he's gonna get out on probation in 5 years. 5 years for shooting somebody on camera. And he even looked at the camera like the camera's right here. He went ahead and went
real life
and looked right at the camera.
After he shot the dude.
Yeah. And I got that shit to be probation. He'll be done with probation in 5 years when he contacts me. No matter where I'm at with my clients' cases, even if you're found guilty, there's still ways out of it. And so I'm always gonna fight no matter how bad shit gets. And right now, in regards to David, shit's looking bad. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's always gonna look bad in the beginning. But I'm always gonna be able to try to fight and show
bad is an understatement.
Which is he's a victim here.
Okay, you're gonna try to paint it as him being a victim. Let's go with that. How are you going to convince a jury that a man who is sending explicit photos of himself and receiving explicit photos, because
40 terabytes
isn't the only minor. He was also talking to other minors who have started to come forward. So how are you going to spin this as him being the victim of all these minors coming to him and him not wanting any part of this?
Well, I'm not going to spin anything. What I'm going to do is show the truth, okay? And that truth is that no matter what age anybody is susceptible, or anybody can be an aggressor, right? You can be 9 years old, and if you find out there's a lick out there that you can take advantage of and you can get free stuff out of him and you can threaten him, then you do it. And it's a normal thing that humans do. Whenever they see an opportunity, they can see it. And there is an opportunity when it comes to David. Shit, I don't even know David personally. And I can see David, you know, as a walking lick right now. He has YouTube videos. He has music. He obviously has money. Anybody in that position would say, you know what? Let's do something to this guy. Let's make some shit up so we can get what we want.
What about him ordering the Uber to his house, her being there, all of that? What's the play there?
Is that illegal to order an Uber?
Oh my God.
I don't see that. It's illegal to like order an Uber for a child? I don't see that in the criminal code anywhere.
This guy
I don't see that.
A menace.
I mean, I've never seen that was illegal for anybody to do that. So I don't see how that can be criminal in itself. I order Ubers for my cousins to go get picked up, you know, to be dropped off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I have family members. Like, just because he did that does not necessarily mean.
Okay, so she threatened him. He orders the Uber, and now after that Uber, she's never seen again, and she's found in his Tesla. So what is the point?
Like, right?
So what happened?
Hey, what state was this in?
California.
In LA?
Yeah.
You know, LA is a dangerous place. It is dangerous.
What?
It is. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Los Angeles is a dangerous place. There's gangs everywhere. There's people to extort you everywhere. Her body or whatever has happened to her could have been done by somebody else other than David himself. It's just that because of the relationship, the friendship that they have, everybody's honing in on it. It's unfortunate for David. Anything could have happened to her. There are random people who get, pulled up on any day in LA, even if you're a girl.
So what about the blue? So the prosecutors are saying that so there wasn't going to be a mess. David put her body in a blue inflatable pool to keep all the blood in there. Ugh. And the fragments from the blue inflatable pool that David bought matched the fragments found on her body.
That could be anybody. Because think about it, not only is David a potential victim for any of the young girls, but he could be a potential victim for anybody ancillary to that, right? So say, for example, he disrespected an up-and-coming rapper. They're going to want to put this murder on him, right? So let the prosecutors attack him instead of them attacking a person. Because if you think about it, that is actually a good strategy. If I want to get
an up-and-coming rapper, who could possibly be on some weird shit like this and frame David?
After David, because he disrespected me, because he didn't buy me my soda, or he didn't get me a cheeseburger that I asked for, or he just looked at me wrong, or he said my song sucks because I sang for him, I'm gonna say, all right, I'm gonna get this dude, I'm gonna put his DNA, I'm gonna set some shit up, I'm gonna get that dead body, and I'll plan on him. So then, therefore, they can put all the state's power, all the prosecution's power into trying to put him away. It's like you're getting somebody else to do your dirty work for you, and that's a good possibility that could have happened to David. So that's what I think that could be a possibility for David as well.
Absolutely insane. I don't know what you mean. No.
So he orders the Uber, and then she
allegedly.
It's from his account.
Allegedly, it's from his account. I can get your account. Give me your phone. I can do something to it. You know what I mean? Just because it's on your phone doesn't mean you're the one who did it.
Okay.
No, I don't know what you mean.
It picks her up. It takes her over there. And then also, so how did they get access to his car? How is her body found in his car? And then they also have video evidence of him being the last person to leave the car before it was impounded. So he didn't smell her in there?
You can give somebody else access to the car. Just because it's your car doesn't mean like you're the only one who has sole access to it. Anybody can, and any other criminal can have access to your car as well. There's people that you know who you give permission to use your car, and there's people that you don't know who gain access to cars. There are very, very skilled people who can break into cars. If one was so inclined to do so, they could set David up for this. It just depends on how far somebody's willing to go. The investigation seemed a little bit too incomplete because of just the fame.
He wasn't indicted, so I will say, he wasn't indicted the normal way he usually would be, where, grand jury and stuff. It had to be where the police, it looked like the police station did go rogue, and they arrested him and forced the district attorney's hands to press charges, because they were either you get this bad press of letting him go after the weekend's over, or you go on and press charges. What do you think about that situation?
Well, sometimes when it comes to famous people, all the eyes are on the district attorney's office, or on the United States Attorney's Office, the Department of Justice. Because they're trying to see what they're going to do. So it's like every time there's a crime, especially when it's heightened, it's like all eyes on that office, right? How fast are you going to work? How immediate are you going to work on this case? And sometimes it forces them to jump the gun. When I say them, I mean investigators, detectives, to say, well, this is him. It has to be him. And they literally exclude any and all investigations outside of David. And so because of that, it can be an incomplete investigation. That includes David being a victim himself from this girl, right? David being a victim of somebody targeting him. Those are possibilities out there. And that is a very reasonable possibility. But it's just, I feel like sometimes investigations move too fast. And when they move too fast, people can go to prison for a long time for something they did not do just because of the fame. David is no different than you, no different than the people in your chat, no different than any actors, Lil Pump, Aiden Ross, Neon, okay, they're no different. They could be victims of the criminal justice system. And my job is to try to show their innocence. And what I'm telling you right now in regards to David is that it's quite possible that somebody else, there's another story than what these prosecutors are trying to paint him as.
With all this evidence, I know that for a fact that they're going to fight the murder charge tooth and nail, because that's the one where he's going to probably be facing the death penalty. They're talking about bringing it back just specifically for him. So you want to even concede on any? Because I mean,
bring that shit back. This world at this point needs that chair.
To anybody, I don't see how you can convince a jury that they weren't in a sexual relationship. I mean, she quite literally had his name tattooed on her finger.
Right.
Anybody, coincidentally, that finger is the one that got amputated.
Right, but anybody could have that. There are people who have Lil Wayne tatted on their body who have never seen Lil Wayne. Like right now, I know you. I can get your name, Gideon, tatted on my finger right now. Doesn't mean that me and you are having a sexual relationship. Doesn't mean me and you have kissed each other. Doesn't mean me and you have some type of relationship outside of friendship. It could be anything. Or it could just be a fan. I'm a fan of you, Gideon.
So,
oh my God. He's just going full character with this shit, man.
As being an attorney, I'll be able to see all that. So I want to see how explicit are those photos. Are they really, my client? Are they really going towards and relevant to the charges that David has? So that's my job. I look at every piece of evidence that the government has, and I look at them like literally like splitting hairs. And I say, where did this come from? How did this arrive? How did you guys get this evidence? Can y'all even use it in court?
They said that they have 40 terabytes of evidence against him, and they said they found a significant amount of
said that,
sound,
man.
And the prosecutors were voicing that very loud.
Right.
And, even his brother posted a couple days later, like, all pedophiles and rapists should die. You know what I mean? Like, turning public opinion against him. Would you attack? Because one thing I was telling my chat that I could see is that the defense would maybe attack Celeste's family. Because it looks like her family knew where she was. Because there's video.
Which is crazy. This is an 11-year-old girl. Okay? Consent? What are we talking about? You need to stay your ass home, okay? You need to get off that phone, open a book, okay? Consent? You have consent to go read that book. Like, this is a young adult at this point. Like, I'm not sure what the age gap was when they first met and shit. Like, apparently he was a junior in high school, but still, he was going to be old. He knew what he was doing. Like, people play stupid, absolutely stupid, bro. It's crazy, and this is what we watching, man.
Photos out there of Celeste with her cousins at different concerts related to David. The prosecutors are alleging that their connection first began when she was 11 years old, and he was, I think he was a minor still. But the sexual relationship started when she was 13 and he was 18.
Right, that's not it.
Those are just allegations.
Nah, that ain't it. They knew each other that long, and the proof is in the pudding. Like, it don't get no more obvious. Like, how can he say this shit? Allegations.
That's how I see it.
So would you go at it where, like, her parents were letting her see him, or would you just leave the parents out of it, you personally?
It depends on how the prosecutors build it. When I do my cases, like I prepare, but not really like prepare. Because the way I go to trial is like a boxing match. You can prepare as much as you want. If somebody throws a right hook, you counter it this way. But you can never
seasoned lawyer
in that jury trial. So I keep my shit fluid. Like the way I react, it's more like playing defense, and I react to how the prosecutors, bring evidence. So even in my other
absolute seasoned lawyer.
The trials, I don't really know who the witnesses are, and I just wait for them to show up, and I hear what they say, then I start attacking from there. If they're going to bring their family in regards to David, I'll prepare for that, and I'll act on it as soon as they bring it. So whatever story that the prosecutors are going to try to paint David as and to link him to each element of that crime, I'm going to show otherwise, regardless of who they bring.
Would you waive David's would you advise him to waive his right to a speedy trial, or would you say, F all that, let's hurry this up, let's take it to trial? What would you do?
It
what
depends.
would you advise?
Okay, so it depends. So yeah, I advise it, and it's all ultimately up to my client. So whenever there's something that happens in court, everything is run through my client. So it's their case, but I'm, assisting them, right? That's my job. And so I will tell them all the good things and bad things if they speed it up. In regards to this case, there's good and bad to speeding shit up. Okay, so if you speed shit up, you'll be done with it ASAP. You don't have to worry about being in jail because you don't know how people are treated in jail, right? Things can happen to you. You can get your stuff taken away from you. You can get your food taken away from you. You're away from your family. You're losing money. There are people threatening you, and in a real sexual way, right? And it's not a good way, right? Especially these type of charges. He's a target in there. So sometimes people want to speed the trial up and say, let's just get this over with, so then we don't have to deal with it. It could be advantageous as a criminal defense attorney because it's kind of like you want the prosecutors to move forward with an incomplete investigation, and that incomplete investigation shows that the cops didn't do the right job, and you got the wrong guy. So sometimes it can work out that way. But if you take your time, then maybe you can wait and get more evidence to show that it wasn't David, right? So it just really, really depends. There's so many different factors when it comes to, strategies of what you're going to do in representing, your client. But when it comes to me, everything is very fluid. So it just really, really depends on what I see.
What is interesting you so much about this David case that you've seen so far? What has pricked your mind where you're like, okay, this could actually be in his favor? Or what is something that you've seen where, okay, what about this case is something that you've seen that could be in his favor? And what is something that you've seen that you think will be a very hard mountain to climb going through with this case?
In his favor is probably hiring me because I like challenges. So, that's the reason why I like taking cases, because if you can get the most unbeatable cases and you beat that shit, it makes you feel really, really good inside. Like for me, selfishly, it does. I get this type of high that fentanyl can't match, drugs can't match, women can't match, money can't match. It's a high. And only those who win in jury trials know what high this is. Okay? The advantages that he could have is hiring me. The disadvantages is not hiring me because, yeah, it's just one of those things where I really want to attack this case. I see that he's a victim of this girl or society.
This is
he's
wicked.
a victim of the public, and I need to do whatever I can to show that he's not this monster that the prosecutors are painting him as. I was listening to the song 3 times this morning. Like, it's a great song.
Bro, he's talking about like murdering people in his song.
It's art, just like 50 Cent, Jay-Z. It's all art. And I'm a fan of his art. But he's a... Okay,
besides you, what is an advantage and disadvantage that is in this case that you see? Besides you.
The advantage is that it looks like this was done in California, which is a crime... Or not California, but LA, right? It's a high crime area. And there's other reasons that caused the death of this girl, other than him. That's why I see an advantage of. And she's motivated, to go after him. The other thing, the disadvantages that I see in this case is that he never called me. If he would have called me or his family would have reached out to me, I'll take that case. David, if you're listening, I'll take your case for free.
Bro!
If you reach out to...
All right. That's enough. I'm pretty sure we know what his motives are at this point. You got Jayoma talking about David's the victim here, and LA is a crime-filled city. Anything can happen. Anybody could have murdered her. Who knows what could have happened, right? But all the proof is in the pudding.
David had purchased a burn cage, an incinerator, and it was at the house.
So that incinerator wasn't at the house before?
Well, we found it at the house, but I mean, why do you have an incinerator? Right.
Most people don't have an incinerator, and from what I researched, you need a farmer's license to purchase a incinerator. So this demon has found some way to get a farmer's license, if I'm not mistaken, or some type of certain license to get this. And he got it off of Amazon, I believe. Amazon. What do we even use incinerators for, man?
You don't need it at this house, and it comes with all the yard people and stuff like that. You don't do any of your own maintenance, right? but why do you have an incinerator and a chainsaw? Evidence, that was left behind, like a SD card from a camera, photos of him and Celeste together.
There we go.
So this is all stuff we passed on to. And listen, I've met with the DA's office. There's been grand juries. I think that those transcripts, they said yesterday, will be released soon. And so I think more of my statements will.
Some of this stuff, I'm sorry I keep pausing the video, but some of this stuff is just like so bad that like they can't even hold the evidence inside of court because it's illegal. Like you can't hold on to certain photographs that have children on it, if y'all know what I'm saying. So it's crazy, man. Like it's absolutely wicked. How is he not guilty? How are people still defending him? Listening to what I heard it recently, man. It's never trust a dude that wears a bonnet cap. I can't take it. Like, he did everything to the point where it's like, why are you gonna leave the body in the trunk? And why are you still gonna have all the evidence on your phone? And why are you gonna party for 7 months if like you got all this work to do? Like you supposed to be on the run at this point, like hiding. Like, that's why I feel like it's a little bit deeper. There's something like, between the lines that we missing here. And, if Jayoma gets anywhere near this case, somehow, some way, shape, or form, they're just going to make this shit disappear. And David isn't going to have to be dealing with having Dookie thrown at him no more. Let's just put it like that. And they talking about the death penalty, man. This shit is insane. Like, it definitely got my attention right now. But thank y'all for popping out. That's the episode for today. I will catch y'all next time, and hopefully y'all enjoyed. Peace.